Merry meet everyone. Good morning and happy February the 16th. And this is 2023. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on today. We do have an event that is going to impact our energy. We have the sun that is conjunct Saturn. So they are both in Aquarius because the sun hasn't quite got to Pisces yet. So the sun is meeting up with Saturn in Aquarius, and this energy is going to be intense from the 14th on to the 21st, okay? So at this time, this is a time of reality checks and a time of looking at your responsibilities, getting those together. Again, this is reality checks. And, here lately, there's a lot of stuff about, there's a lot of illusions and a lot of distractions that are being thrown around. And today we're saying, hey, we need a reality check. We need to come back to ourselves. This is also about discipline, like self-discipline, and making sure that you are, you're working toward your goals, that things that you are doing is in alignment with what you say you want and, where you say you want to go. This is also about teamwork, working in a team, collaborations, and those social awareness kind of things. So this is really being highlighted. Saturn brings us challenges and obstacles. Remember, he's Father Time. So he can show us where we need to place our boundaries, where we need to say no, where we take on too much responsibilities that's not really ours, that we should not be taking on. He is all about limitations, and some people consider him as he's not benevolent, he's blah blah blah. But no, to me, Saturn is something that is very needed, because as we look at our society today, we can see how many boundaries are really blurred, and I'm talking about healthy boundaries. So we can see that needs to we need to have those healthy boundaries in order to protect ourselves, protect others, etc. You can also feel restricted today. Maybe there's something that's going on and you feel a little bit of restriction. And this is the wonderful day to be productive in getting your way through these restrictions or through these obstacles and finding out why. This is about balance. This energy is going to be about balance. And it's about balancing our desires with our practical realities that are stable and offer us a sense of security. Now, when I say a wake-up call, there's a lot of these things. A lot of us like to have this perfect utopia that's in our mind, and we want to live in this wonderful place where everything just happens, just beautifully and in sync. And that's the pipe dream that we all want, this wonderful place of utopia. So in reality, there's things we can't shift so many things all at once. Things have to happen in a process. And when it doesn't, there's things that if things just immediately stop and go, there's a lot of negative feedback from that. So again, we're looking at what is stable. Is this really stable? Is what you are suggesting a really stable alternative to the problem? Is this really good? Have you looked at everything? And chances are some people don't. Some people have an idea and they want to spread it. Oh, this is good. This is what we should do, and push it. But they don't understand what is behind that as well. What goes into making that? What goes in? You have to look deeper. So this is a time of growth, of personal growth. And it's a day that, or these days, will be maybe looking at our goals and the things that we are trying to accomplish, and making sure that our environment, our thoughts, all of these things are in alignment with where we are wanting to go. And this is also like, you know, looking at our long-term, what are our long-term goals? What are our long-term objectives? Looking at those. Now the sun is leader. That's leader energy, like a king. And this can be like government authority, government positions, things like that. And the sun represents our identity and our individuality. It is about the self and the ego. So Saturn is about discipline. He is about responsibility. Now, he also represents servants and those who are providing services for others. So he is in that category of structure. He also he can represent delays, like there's a delay here, and why is this delay? Now, when the sun is meeting up with Saturn, it's called a kazemi, or a combustion. Like the sun combust Saturn, that means they meet up. So there's a lot of pressure for those in there could be a lot of pressure for those in leadership positions, those of authority, all of those that are in service providing roles, service to others. And that's one thing we have to understand and we have to remember, is that many of these people that are in leadership positions, they are put in those positions by other people. So we have to look at our responsibility as well. If we are not liking the leadership and what's going on, and we had a say-so in that, well, then we need to fix ourselves. We need to make sure that that is corrected. We need to look at, we have these problems that are going on, and we have all of these situations. So it is time to humble ourselves. Humbleness is taught when the sun meets up with Saturn. This is very, very humbling. And it is definitely a time that we have to sit back and we have to look at what is going on and search for those constructive ways of getting through these problems. We see what this long-term problem is. We see this. We see it in front of us. Now, how are we going to get through this? How are we going to grow from this? And that is one of the biggest things. We have to learn to be constructive and not destructive. Okay? So let's look at the number 7. The number 7 is a deep thinker. And like I always say about the number 7, he's the seeker of the seekers, because he is about the, he's the deep thinker. He's the intellectual. He is the philosopher. He is the scholar. He is on this great quest for truth and answers to these problems, and he's not going to stop until every stone has been lifted up and looked under, and he has read every book. He's not going to stop until he gets to the truth. He wants answers, and he knows that real gold is buried deep. I know a lot of people that, and I say a lot of people, not so much a lot of people anymore, but I know some people that they're always looking for this next big, beautiful thing that's shining. And they don't understand that you don't happenstance all the way. You try not to put you're always looking for the next, shiny penny, and they don't understand what's before them. They take advantage of what's before them. So they're always searching for more. And that can be not a good thing, because 7 can be very intellectual, and they tend to do things that are more in line with them instead of the whole. So also, like, the number 7 tells us, and where do I get the number 7? Okay, where do I get the number 7? I'm so sorry. The number 7 is the date, which is February the 16th of 2023. That is the number today. So you would just, break that all the way down. Now, so the number 7 tells us that we need to dig deep. We need to go deeper. We need to find more answers, and to dig for that truth, because the truth is there, but it is hidden. Remember, number 7 is very intellectual, so it's not emotional. So we have to understand that the shadow of that would be casting caution to the wind, and in order to find the truth. So we have to be careful there. That can be a slippery slope there. Number 7, it will shine the light on into the darkest of the realms, okay? Again, he is finding the truth. Now, number 9. The number 9 I get because February the 16th equals number 9. And the number 9 is the last of the single digits. And this represents the highest value and a completion. This is the ending of one cycle and the potential for a new cycle. And why do I say potential? Because many times we don't want to let go. And that is one of the shadows of number 9, is not wanting to let go of the past. So number 9, it represents transition and transformation as well. And this goes into wisdom. And I'm not talking about knowledge. Knowledge and wisdom are two different things. Wisdom is the experience that is learned from walking and living, whatever that may be. So 7, the number 9 gets its answers from source, from divinity. They tap into that higher mind, and they are really good at delivering that message to the world. So in saying that, number 9 is those people that have been through many challenges and have come out the other side, transformed and changed into a different person. There's a lot of people who go through a lot of challenges. And if you are one of those, you know that you are not the same person you were when you went in, because you have gained wisdom from the experience, wisdom from everything that has happened. So the number 9 also knows the value of that inner wisdom, and it will see all shades. It doesn't see things black and white. It sees this gray. So it has a healthy lack of judgment. It doesn't judge by the cover, right? So it looks at the innermost essence. So number 9 is very soft-hearted and compassionate, understanding. This energy, it likes to help others on their journey, giving them advice, being a shoulder, or, healing, offering some type of healing. Now, the shadow side of 9 can go into resentment and sacrifice. So it's like, think of the martyr. Think about, the number 9 will sacrifice itself for others. And that's what we have to be careful for. It's the whole, in the plane, put your mask on before you help others. And the reason that you would do that is because if you're dead, you can't help others. I hope I don't get messed up for that. If something happens to you and you don't have your mask on, how can you help others if you're not able, if you are not in a good position, you can't help others. Now, 9 is about putting your heart into supporting the greater good. And with that comes into releasing the past. Now, Saturn and the Sun will be meeting up at 27 degrees of Aquarius, which is the number 9. So now we have another 9 again. And then February of 2023, that equals to 9. So we have 3 9s here that equal 9 again. They go to 27, so you equal 9 again. So this is a good time to, the overall energy of this day, I would say, is that in this time frame would be to, like say this weekend coming up, is a good time to declutter your life, your house, your surroundings, your environment. It's time to simplify. The number 9 does not divide. So it's about including, we are understanding the individuality, but we are not discriminating against the differences. Okay? We're not seeing things, oh, this is white and this is black. We're seeing this gray. So we're pulling this in to see that we need to look deeper. We are a little bit deeper than our color. We're different. We're deeper than our race. We're deeper than our religion. We're deeper than our sex. We are deeper than this. And this is a wonderful energy of finding solutions, productive solutions to problems, and not those that will just band-aid us or hurt others in the process. There's a lot of things and not a lot of new technology that's coming out and people are pushing that is really harmful for the whole. It may be good for now and for a certain ones, but when we look at the longer projection of it, say 5 years down the road, it's not going to be good. If we go even further, it's going to show destruction. And then also the other people that are involved in this, the other people that it is impacting. How is it treating them? We can't sit here and live in a spiritual awareness in the lap of luxury while other people are being abused, hurt, and so forth, taking advantage of. We could go on and on. So this is a reality check of there's more people than you. There's more people than your problems, and we have to consider that. And sure, yeah, we have to think about right now, and I get that. But it is about a long term as well. It's not just about the immediate. It's about planting the tree, not for yourself, not for your kids, not even for your grandkids, but about the other people that come from your legacy that you leave. And this is a really good time to take responsibility for your actions in these things, for your position. Listen to your inner wisdom. Listen to the experience that you've had in your life. Don't base it on falseness. Be the seeker. Dig deeper and find that gold. It's very rare that you find a piece of gold laying on top of the ground. You have to dig deep. You have to shine the light into those deepest realms in order to see what is truly happening. So I'm going to leave you with that. That is a nice little update, astrological update for today, and a little bit of numerology. I wish you all a wonderful day, and I hope you did check out my my astrology, my AstroTarot. I have not got it up on the YouTube and all the other platforms, but it did show last night at 8 p.m. on fringetv.online. You can always listen to my show 8 p.m. wherever you are in the world on fringetv.online Wednesdays. So check that out. Then you'll be the first in the know to know what the energy of the week is going to be. Thank you so much for listening. I will include, people have asked me before to include some of my links of where to find me. I will put that in the description. Again, let's take this moment of time to simplify, to find answers to our problems in a responsible and compassionate way. Blessings, everyone, and merry part till we merry meet again.